making it clear that she don't fuck with this woman who's pretty much been drugged up and down the streets of this side of TikTok for simply supporting her makes zero sense. Because bottom line, they still not gonna fuck with FWA. It's not a skit. I need y'all to like use y'all brain cells. FWA also says out her mouth that Lala has sent her people information behind the scenes. That's not a skit. People couldn't prove that doxing was happening and this and that. But then FWA admits, oh yeah, no, she was sending me this and that behind the scenes. So before y'all go hollering, oh, it's a skit, like process everything. Process all the information. It's not a skit. Same way that y'all definitely thought, oh, Good Yellow, he lied. He didn't talk to this and he didn't do this and he didn't do that. Just to find out that he actually did. And we're going to dive into that. Everything is not a skit. And if it's a skit, it backfired. Y'all got to know when people are intentionally playing in your face. You have to know when someone is intentionally going out their way to say, oh, this is what this is, knowing the whole time is word solid. No. So Lala is in the audience is saying it's not a skit. Okay. Either way, let me tell you something, Lala. And I'm saying it in front of whoever's listening, whoever's streaming. Even if it's not a skit, I hate to be the bearer of bad news to the both of you. But when it's time for her to serve that time, whoever you engage with right now, that's who you're going to engage with. But as far as the majority, they ain't been fucking with you. They not going to fuck with you. As far as FWA go, when you got home, now let me flip through my notes. Since we are clear that this is not a skit. All right. Out on bail, fresh out. FWA actions. First thing she did was play victim. Out on bail, fresh out. First thing she did was make threats. Out on bail, fresh out. First thing she did was demand money. Out on bail, fresh out. She says she don't want MessyTok help. Out on bail, fresh out. She made it clear she would rather sit with the whites. We are considered the blacks. When she is referring to us, she is referring to us as the blacks, okay? So with this fallout happening between FWA and Lala, and y'all saying that this is a skit, her actions were not a skit. Her putting shrapnel in her child's father back, in her words, was not a skit. Her getting online soon as she got out to demand money from the supporters was not a skit. Her telling people, fuck around and find out. Now y'all know I'm about what I talk about. Yes, you can play the audio. Go ahead. And thank y'all so much for contributing to the live. Thank you for helping with the goal. Go ahead, Tattletale.
See, this is like I say, I don't do too much talking. I'm not a talker. Y'all the talkers, not me. I don't do too much talking. I don't do too much talking, y'all. I don't do too much talking. Okay? Y'all didn't even know what I was doing while I was doing it. Y'all didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Mm-hmm. I threw y'all sin off, didn't I? With the la-la shit and all the things. I threw y'all sin off so fucking bad. Y'all didn't even know what the fuck I was doing to protect my motherfucking self and my family due to these motherfucking weird ass motherfuckers on this app. This fucking app. Y'all didn't know shit. Y'all tic-tac-toe playing ass motherfuckers. Okay. Then, good nobody. I've seen 3 social media cases and they lost everything because of their.
All right, real quick. Let me pose the question to the audience. Do that sound like somebody that is remorseful for putting hollow tips in their child father back? Do that sound like somebody remorseful? Red, yes. Blue, no. Do that sound like somebody remorseful for putting hollow tips in her child's father back? Red, yes. Blue, no. Vote real quick. Run up the likes real quick. We are almost at 300K in the likes. Let's continue to engage. Let's continue to do free things. Thank y'all so much for y'all support. Thank y'all for the engagement. That sound like somebody to you that's remorseful for putting hollow tips in a man back? Oh, okay. Yep, thank y'all for grabbing those daily heart me's. Like I said, we are almost close to hitting 2K. We almost at 2K in the fan base, less than 10 seconds to vote. So the majority says no. That is not someone who is remorseful. In the audio, it says, ha ha, I threw y'all scent off with the la stuff. Ha ha. Is anything about this case funny to y'all pertaining to FWA going to prison? Red, yes. Blue, no. Is any of this considered funny to y'all? A man getting hollow tips put in his back. Is this considered funny to y'all? Red, yes. Blue, no. Ha ha, I threw y'all off. I'm missing the joke here. What's funny? So not only does that happen, so Lala makes it clear that she redacted her character letter, less than 10 seconds. Yep, go ahead. So the majority says nothing is funny about this case at all. Even Big Al says he's not smiling. I wouldn't be smiling either. My son is 15. If in the future he decides to have a child and him and his child's mother is no longer together, but try to be cordial, and he stays on his side, she stay on her side, and one day his child does not have her way, does not get what she wants, and she decides to call up her mom and say, oh, this, that, and then my son's baby mother come to his home at 3 a.m. and put hollow tips in his back. I wouldn't see how that would be laughable. So, fast forward. This happened. Lala make it clear she redacted her statement. She felt like after FWA clearly shown her what was being shown, she don't give a fuck about you. She don't give a fuck about the man that helped create the child that she claimed to protect. Let's start there. So you're upset because she talked crazy to you. So you said, fuck it. I ain't fucking with you no more. I'm going to redact my statement. I'm going to go sit with the motherfuckers that do not like you. I'm even going to go as far as to do a whole mock trial, playing in your face. And FWA response to all of that is, knee slapper. I threw you guys off. With that type of logic, is that someone with a sane state of mind? Red, yes. Blue, no. With everything that's going on, the knee slapper is Lala throwing off our scent. Is that someone with a sane state of mind to you? Red, yes. Blue, no. I'm really trying to process it. You know what? Let me allow for the jury to come up. If you are here to be a juror, request up. Yep, the majority ruled that it was not considered a knee slapper. It was definitely in their mind that something may be off with this woman. You're coming up to be a juror, put your request in. Yeah, come on through. What's up, Mamacita? All right. Yeah. If y'all are here to be a
Oh my
juror,
God, here come Bun Bun slow ass.
oh,
Here comes my little empanada. Hey, Bella, baby.
what's good, Bun Bun? Good to see you. So if you are here, so
See you
listen, let
today.
me know if you are requesting
Bitch
up.
asshole.
I want to make sure I know. Oh,
Pardon.
hold on, Dry. I mean, yep. Okay. Who else is requesting up to be a juror? Yeah, Figure Candy was coming. Wait, hold on. Where's Drop? Where? Wait, hold on. Where you at? There's a lot of people that was requesting in. Hold on. And then I have 2 more spaces available. All right, 1 more. And then we're going to get into it. All right, hold on. This is, let me see. Are you here to be a juror? Y'all messy?
Yes, I am.
Oh, all right, cool. All right. So, it's FWA versus Lala. Again, quick. FWA, she get ready to serve some hard time. We don't know when she's going to get sentenced. But common sense, you put hollow tips in somebody's back, ain't much to defend. Shout out to the lawyer, because that's the easiest money that man is going to make. All right. Put the hollow tips in the child father's back. Got on the app, asked her people for money. She said it's still fuck the black people. She ain't fucking with us then, ain't gonna be fucking with us now. She made that clear. However, Lala was sitting back. She had to change her heart. Shout out to the other side of TikTok. They covering a whole series on this. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Anna. Lala, she has to change her heart. She's like, you know what? At first, she was like, let's all rally behind her, in the words of Laugh. Made the character letter. But deep down, after making that character letter, Lala says, no, I do have a conscience. What happened to that man wasn't right. I gotta fall back. She decides to start setting up shop. Break fast, ho. So Lala, she starts setting up shop once she realized why FWA disappeared. Huh?
Bella, I was gonna say, you know what? We still don't give a fuck though. We will never fuck with Lala. Fuck Lala for life.
Bun Bun, she's
Okay.
in the middle of a fucking sentence. Shut your stupid ass up.
I'm sorry. Damn, bitch. But Bella ain't
I'm
my
with you, Bun
motherfucker. You
Bun.
see, we always gotta argue, Bella. It's a love hate. I can't stand, man. All right, Bella, go ahead, baby, go ahead. But I just want to say for the people, I already know we all ain't fucking with her no more. But go ahead, go ahead.
Ooh, child. Okay. All right. Listen. Nonetheless, the moral of the story, now that Lala feels like she do not want to be supporting what FWA did, she redacted the statement. She went and spoke against FWA. And FWA feel like she had a gotcha moment with everyone else because while they was covering the Lala situation, she was taking care of other things. And we'll get into that in the next case. So, my question for the jurors, y'all clearly have been listening in. Y'all been keeping up with what's going on. They claim that this is a possible skit between Lala and FWA. Lala said in the audience, clear as day, shout out to the vloggers, that this is not a skit. She is not fucking with FWA and she's standing on that. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts are Jen is the only one that carries skits around here.
You give them folks them $12 back yet?
Bun Bun, why?
Again, did she give them folks them $12 back yet? That's what we trying to
I'm
figure out.
fucking with her. Man, shut the fuck up, dog. Now you know I'm just playing with you, my nigga. All right,
And plus,
go ahead, Bella.
you going to a shelter or skit too? Okay.
So I think that Lala recanting her letter, to which she admitted on a different live that letter never actually went directly to the lawyer. She sent the letter to FWA herself. So whether or not the letter actually hit the lawyer or not, that is a fuzzy fact right there, because she admitted that she gave it directly. She emailed it directly, or however her transfer, it went to FWA. It did not go directly to the lawyer. Either way, she recanted that letter being petty. We all tried to warn FWA about the pettiness that exists and the fact that that woman was going to stab her in the back, to which she did. She took it back being petty. She didn't take it back because she really truly thought, oh man, I made a mistake. Oh man, I vouched for this character and this character is not true. If you listen to her words, what did she say? You have to be nice to people when they're doing something for you. Okay, so either the letter was fabricated and you was just being my homegirl and lying about how you truly feel, and or you truly meant the letter, and whether or not we fell out, those characteristics that you claim I have should still exist.
Okay, can we not leave out the fact that she also made it clear she did not send a dime towards her lawyer fees?
Here's my thing, right? That word loyalty get thrown around a lot. Was Lala loyal? Absolutely not. We seen it in the past, right? Lala has blackfaced on this app. She pretended to be a black woman. Now with FWA turning on everybody for Lala, that's her thing, right? She has to sit with that. She has to eat that. Nobody else. Now she never, I don't even think she ever made the letter, or if she did, it was, oh, I'm just gonna get next to you, so whenever you go down, I'm gonna pick myself up. Another definition of a YT person throwing some shit in our face.
Well, I just want to say, since we're speaking on characters, right? Doesn't my memory serve me correctly? Wasn't Lala trying to keep another content creator's son in prison? And also was trying to write a letter so that lady couldn't get her money from her lawsuit. So if we talk about
She sure
character,
was.
yeah, she known for doing that shit. Sure did. She ain't shit. Not at all. Not even a little bit.
The blackface. I didn't know she had did the blackface. I didn't know Lala had done that. That's really disgusting.
Yeah, she
I
did.
think I think she's a white nigger. I think that's what she's a WN. We need to call Lala a WN, okay? Put that in the notebooks. So I'm gonna do videos on WNs and So
Yeah. Oxymoron, drop queen.
okay. Okay, sorry. So but seriously, I wanted to say that I just don't think that Lala was a good friend. We all looking at Lala as if she was just a box rider or one of FWA supporters, which she admits she doesn't really financially support FWA. As FWA stated, she just gives her screenshots and she's a tattleteller. She a bone carrier for FWA. She's a pit bull for FWA. Well, FWA is her pit bull.
But hold on, so drop, stay right there. Do
Mhm.
y'all recall? Let's bring it back. Almost what was it, a month ago, when we found out that apparently Lala was posting another creator by the name of Queen E. There was a private live held where Lala was posting Queen E's house.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, a mugshot was posted. So my thing is, although Lala was doing it, apparently was supposed to be out of retaliation because FWA's son job was called. Apparently, but here's the problem. When I asked Lala, I said, "So you're jumping on Queen E because you claim that she did dirty work for a guy named Mike, or Mike does the dirty work for Queen E. It's one or the other."
Right.
But I asked her, but don't. So wouldn't that mean you're doing the dirty work for FWA? And now let's fast forward. FWA acknowledged that Lala sends her stuff behind the scenes of people information.
Yep. She
Girl,
should.
that was
Shout
Lala.
out to the vloggers. See, this is why we need those like all in one Jones. So when these situations happen, when the questions come up, ask and then we get the answer later. Ask. It's always you claim that you don't do the dirty work for her, but then FWA last week admits that you were in fact doing her dirty work.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So Lala stated that she had been on cruising with FWA for about 1.5 to 2 years, but they had actually been friends talking on the back end for 9 months. So my problem is, if you call this woman a friend, for instance, if I call Bella a friend and she may do something I don't like, does that mean then I start backstabbing Bella? Because that's what it seems like to me. To me, it was you weren't never her friend.
No,
And
that's right. That is it, and it brings it back to what Jen said. That's her history. That's what she does. So I don't even feel sorry for FWA because everybody tried to warn her stupid ass. That's what Lala do.
So,
That's what she does.
Lala
Period.
sent HB's information to Junior Bone. So there's that.
yeah, Lala is not a good friend to anybody.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, because
so
she's only FWA has a good character when she cursing everybody else out, but now her character is changed and she's doing something different that she's cursing you out. No, FWA has been the same to everybody on this app. She has the same character, but you were willing to lie for her in their letter. But when you get cursed out, when you're on the receiving end, now she's no longer a good person, no longer a good friend. I just disagree with that. I just don't think Lala was a good, genuine friend because we keep looking at it as she's a panelist. No, these people call themselves friends and they talked on the back end. So why wouldn't I tell my friend, hey girl, I decided to start me a panel? Why be sneaky with it and tell everybody around us except FWA? Lala is not a good friend.
Because she was gonna build her platform on the back of FWA, so that when friends with allegations went to jail, she had a place to stay.
No, there's no if. There's no if.
So
There's no
Bella,
if.
so Bella, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm definitely gonna say this. Friends with attitude was good enough to be to defend her, but she wasn't good enough to celebrate accomplishments with her. But also, again, let's dive deep into this. Half of y'all on this app backstab each other as friends when y'all do have a falling out. So what makes a difference?
So, Candy, let me help you out real quick. Half of them, respectfully, when I part ways with people, I'm not quick to, oh, well, let me tell y'all about this bitch, that bitch, this. I don't do what other people do. Let's start there. Half of them, not y'all. I want to make sure we are clear. Name one falling out where I was the one like, oh, and bitch, let me tell you how she said she did she. You won't.
Them, you're right, Bella. Them, not me. Them.
Respectfully.
Right. But drop. I think she's speaking collectively because I don't think I've ever. We've seen some stuff going on with you, and with other people, and I don't think you like ran immediately to say something. A lot of y'all are saying that this is a skit, but I don't think that y'all know white people for real. I don't think that y'all are aware how white people move. This is right on brand. Respectfully, not all white people, but there, because I don't want to generalize, but I will say there is a large number of them that move exactly like this. So it was beneficial to her, right? She was comfortable when black women was being dragged. She was comfortable when black women, whether y'all will use what Junior told us, the situation with HB, she was completely comfortable with HB's business being out there, completely comfortable with those type of things being a thing for her because it did not reflect anything that she had going on. So when y'all say things like, oh, this is a skit, actually, no, this is right on brand for individuals like her and her community. Because notice, she did not run to her side, the people that look like her, right? Other pale political pigeons. She did not run to their side of TikTok to tell tell us the most disgusting, demeaning, degrading, egregious things that FWA did. She came to us because she thought that it would be a safe space for us a safe space for her, excuse me, to vent about the things that she had undergone with a black woman that had advocated for her so much. I say Lala is guilty. Sorry. Reason being is because you did not report to your slave in that moment, right? About what you had determined that you was going to do next. So you tell everybody else business that's black, but when it was time to tell your own white tea business, which was you starting a new platform, you failed to report to the same person that you treat like a goddamn slave. So I'm sorry.
But then
Alex,
again,
hold on. So Alex, are you saying that in Lala's mind, she thought to herself, "Oh, this nigga is out of line now.
This nigga is out of line." And what she want? Y'all had her.
But then again, but the black people had Lala on their platform. So then again, the black people are responsible as well. Y'all can't.
All of them.
How would she be able to be on the platform?
Not all of them,
Thank
though,
you so
Candy.
much. You're not wrong. However, the conversation is not a conversation as who let who on what panel. Those things are already defined in the conversation. We know people at Lala Up. That's not new information. The case in itself is about, it's various things, right? But one of the things being, was Lala wrong? Was Friends with Attitude being extremely possessive over her friend? Is Lala fake? These are all variables in the conversation.
Okay, so let's one thing at a time. So the first question is FWA a coon? Red, yes. Blue, no.
You know what? Let me mute.
We're just gonna ask the question. So first question is FWA a tap dancer, a bootlicker for the palm people? Red, yes. Blue, no. Oh, okay. Well, interesting. So that's the first question. You said your next question is a Lala question. Is Lala fake? Been fake? Always will be? Let's just let the people decide. Thank you so much for the level up. Y'all are doing so wonderful. Almost at 300K in the likes.
The Mayo Bandit will forever be fake.
I think it's interesting that at the end of the day, the only thing Lala has to say is, oh, she called me all type of bees and hoes and doo-doo-doo. And everyone on this panel, just about half of this crowd, has listened and watched Lala say the same bees and hoes to everybody else. Why are you so offended when it's said to you?
Lala is doing what YT people do. She came to colonize FWA's platform, period. She gonna change it to a white land. That's it.
I think that is at some point Lala gonna have to understand. She's disregarding my dinosaur in the back. Lala gonna have to understand that it's never gonna be you. It's never gonna be us over you. Like, it don't matter if she beat the fuck out of you. It's never gonna be you. So we don't like friends with ammunition. We don't, right? But we still not gonna stand beside you.
Oh yeah, absolutely the fuck not. Let's make that very clear. I've even said too many times that it's always going to be y'all first. I don't give a goddamn.
But Bella, she was hoping that wasn't the situation, right? So when she caught herself, she came in my live and was fooled for that. That was foolish. the other day and was like, you guys let me up. And I'm just like, you're a fool. You're not getting let up. So she was in the comment section. My wife came off mute and was like, that shit ain't happening. She then tried to come into AJ's space. And when people had pushback about what they felt was wrong on her behalf, well, y'all not gonna let me talk, well, then I'll just leave. The standard white tee victim mentality, bullshit, that some of us is too hip to not falling for. When she left there, she ran to the next black platform, which happened to be Kev's. She was on the tour, but again, she never went to her side. The bottom line is that she knew this person is easily impressionable, friends with attitude. This person will allow me to degrade, demean black people. Cool. When she did not get her way, what the first thing she said is, I'm taking it back to the law. One thing white people don't play about is getting your black ass in trouble. She went right back and said, I'm going to redact my statements. She was right in the word that she used. Redacting meaning to take away something that is law, that is like written off on a document. She said, I am going to redact my statement. She had every intention on only monetizing on this black woman's platform, building on this black woman's platform, and tearing down black people. She is an agent of chaos. She is not my motherfucking friend. This male marching munchkin, pale political pigeon had intentions from the beginning. Friends with attitude, dead ass wrong for the way that you do black people. But look at how the person that you uplift every single day did your black ass. And that's all I gotta say.
That's facts. But also, another thing with friends with attempted murder charges, you didn't want nothing to do with MessyTok until you needed MessyTok's money. That's when you sit there and turned on this bitch too. Because you're not going to tell me you let this lady call somebody nappy-headed and some motion on your panel, and now you mad because she didn't tell you that she pressed the live button. Girl, you realize that you needed to get back on this side, and it ain't doing it. So friends with assaults, we don't want it.
But you know what? So hold on, y'all. So Jen, did you know that FWA also said, okay, well, I'm not fucking with Lala no more, so now there's no reason for y'all to not support me. So now I gotta pose another question. Do FWA
Bella, you missing it though. Bella, you really missing it because she also did say that I think if I'm not mistaken, 2 days ago or yesterday, that actually Lala did use microaggressions. Well, one time we was on a live and she did state that Lala did not use microaggressions. Now that she's not friends with her, now she had used microaggressions. So that's why I kind of don't feel bad for her because you kind of made your own motherfucking bed.
Okay. Yeah.
So Bella, do you remember when the YT people came here and they had so much to say about Lala? Now, looking back at then versus now, do you think they told the truth?
They right here. They've been, and I don't want them to feel. I don't want nobody to feel disrespected. Let's start there. But they've been here, and that's the thing. They've been here. They've been watching. They've been supporting. The difference is, I do not feel the need to take these beautiful roses and say, "Oh, guys, the whites are here." It's not that fucking serious. They here. They support the live. But I'm not about to sit here and put them on a fucking trophy like, oh, their support is the end all be all. And that's the problem that I always have with FWA is her stance, her mentality like, oh, having the whites sit with me is just so superior. It's weird. They've been over here. What they said, yes. Just because they said it doesn't mean that their word is Bible. Our people been saying it. All they did was acknowledge what we were saying to be true. But again, the whites know we fuck with them over here. It ain't no need to do all the extra shit like, yeah, I'm cool with the whites. It's not, stop.
But Bella, that's been going on for generations. Because if now you think about the athletes who date white tea women and don't date the black women, thinking that they're gonna open up a door by dating them. I mean, it could go either way, right? She probably feels like, okay, the white tea people is gonna spend more money than the black tea people. So you gotta look at it as a whole, right?
Thank you for saying that, Candy.
You can't just look at it for just what it is. It's like a whole thing. This been going around for generations.
So, okay, but we're not talking about generation. We're talking about the topic at hand. So this audience member says she accused black people of making her choose, but in the end, she chose Lala stay woke. I'm making it clear that everybody on this side do have white people over here that do support their platform. We are not the ones who put them on a pedestal. FWA did. So much so that she literally said, I don't need y'all. I don't need it. She very vogue, very clear that she don't need us. I got my own content. I got this. I got this. I got that. It was just all about her and the whites. That's what she wanted. We was no longer even considered MessyTok. We were at some point the blacks, as if she's something else. I'm telling y'all, it's the shit she was saying that now that her and Lala are not fucking with each other, now it's supposed to be, oh, Lala's no longer here. Now it's no excuse for y'all to not support me. So my thing is, the FWA think that now that her and Lala are not friends, that we will start financially supporting her. Red yes, blue no. Did
Let me
she
ask y'all this question though.
we were going to start financially supporting her now that she's not fooling with Lala no more? Did you think the money, the floodgates was going to open and they were just going to drop a big ass bag on her and support her? Now let's run it back to the 25 platforms that's over here. And I didn't even name that one. It's 25 black creators on this side. Respectfully. You mean to tell me she said, fuck all y'all, fuck all your supporters, I'm standing with Lala?
Hold on, Bella. This is the funny part. So, friends with arraignments. Shout out to Ash B. She said that Lala was supporting her platform and Lala was helping her, and we thinking that Lala's dropping a bag. Lala told us that she only gave friends with assaults $52.37, 4 hand hearts, and 3 heart puffs. What the fuck is that? Does she consider that support?
Well, friends with ankle monitors, shout out to Private. She thinks like white tea supremacy wants you to think that black people don't tip and white people do. So that's what she was thinking. She was thinking that she had a cash calling Lala when Lala said herself, I'm not giving you shit. I have a quick question though. Do we think that FWA deserves a fair trial? If she's guilty or innocent or whatever, she deserves a fair trial. That's meaning she deserves a lawyer. So as her friend, I will be still supporting her as her friend, and hopefully the justice system gives her whatever she deserves. But she still deserves a fair trial. And that
Okay,
means
so by law drop, yes, she deserves a fair trial. You might have to come back, Retina. It's still spinning. By law, she's supposed to have a fair trial. But again, all I can think about is my son, and the way I see it, you don't deserve shit. You didn't even get to deserve to come on this app and threaten people like we was the ones that put you in that predicament. Oh yeah, so now y'all know I ain't all talk, fuck around and find out. I don't play about my kid. So you don't get to do none of that drop. And then like, oh yeah, you deserve a lawyer, but if she feels like she do not agree with what she did, if she has a change of heart, do she not have the right to have that thought? If she feels like what she did was wrong, does she not have the right to say, you know what? All in all, I'm supporting her. I'm just saying, I'm supporting what she did. I'm condoning she went to another person's house 3 a.m. She had time to think. She had time to wake up. She woke up the rest of the people in the house to load them up in the car. She had time to do all of that. Do I really want to put money and support this?
but the only
And y'all know it's always going to be fuck Lala. But if her conscience said, you know what, even the person that truly fuck with her, she's coming down on me. It's fuck me now, and I'm over here telling people to rally behind you.
we don't know all the facts actually, Bella. We're putting in our opinions like you have stated.
Okay, so drop. You said to the facts. Let's speak directly to the facts.
But we don't know it, Bella.
According to FWA words, shout out to the vloggers. The facts are, we saw the video of what happened before FWA got there, yes or no?
But Bella, if you let me finish.
I know you said speak to the facts. So this right now, to the facts. For the people on the other side of TikTok that's catching this story going to turn into a series. Facts only drop, yes or no? Did we see the video of what happened before FWA
We
got
do
there?
not know what her daughter told her, though. So that's the point. We don't know all the facts. So it's not fair for us to speak up here as if we know the facts. Because one thing that I learned when I went to jury duty is people who can stand and be a witness sometimes get it differently. It depends on which side of the view that you have. So
Drop.
it's
The
not
man was
fair
turned
for us
around.
to
That's it.
say,
Ain't no way around it. It was in the back. Ain't no way that he was a threat at any point.
But
When you
like I
threw somebody at
said,
back.
he could have threw a
like I
rock at
did,
her or a brick at her at first.
But that
right?
ain't
He
neither here nor there.
could have
Listen,
shot. He could have pew-pewed at her and started to take off running. We do
ain't
not
nobody say none of
know
that.
the facts, so let's stop talking that we putting our
Correct.
opinion on this woman's life
Listen, I have
when it's
another
not
question.
facts.
Oh, no. So hold, stay right there, Jen. So we don't know if he might have aimed at her, but somehow she's the only one with the charges. Don't make me get away
But
from the
then
phone.
again, you have to realize. Then again, Bella, you have to realize he probably didn't know she had a strap on her, right? So he could have been charging her thinking she was didn't have a weapon, and then all of a sudden she pulled out something, and he turned around and she had already pressed the trigger. You just
So stay
don't
right
know.
there, Candy.
She's
So
the
one
victim.
moment. Let's
Y'all
see
was
if
just
we're
saying
gonna
that
talk
this
about the
lady was a
fact.
pew pew and I
No.
No,
Because
but
if
I'm
we gonna talk,
saying we don't know the
if
facts.
we gonna talk about the facts drop, so then did she not have a hearing? Did she not have a meeting, a conference? Did she not have a conference? And they determined, you know what? We're still going to push this forward. We believe we have enough evidence to believe that we are going to keep these charges. Is that or is that not a fact? Did they drop the charges? Yes or no?
Preliminary hearing. Yes, she had a preliminary hearing. There is evidence. So now it's all about the evidentiary hearing. She's going to need letters, not just from family. She's going to need people who know her. So even though Lala's letter was never read out in court, if nobody else that's outside of her family sent a letter, the court needs letters. Letters are important. People need to understand that.
So misunderstood, because you know I love you. But respectfully, and I'm keeping my composure, y'all want people to go to the courthouse and fucking lie. Y'all want people to take their pen and paper and fucking lie for this lady? Y'all want her? No.
I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that.
No, so
That's so crazy in here.
no, y'all want people
We don't know her.
to take time out of
don't
their
know
day to write a letter for people. She said she don't even fuck with the blacks, so she want letters from the whites. She don't want them from us. It's clear. She do not want the letters from the blacks. She wants them from the whites only.
This is not.
Are we going to keep it a buck here? Are we really going to keep it a buck here? Her letters from white. Letters from white.
The fact that
making the point that I was
he's
trying to
going-
make. My point was
Letters from the whites are more powerful in court. We're not even going to sit here and play. We're not going to sit here and
they
play as
don't
blacks.
know the color
Letters
of
from the
person
whites are
by
more
the
powerful
name.
in
What
court.
are you talking about? They don't know the color of the person by the name on the letter.
I understand what you're saying, but they show up to court as well, so let's stop playing. Okay, you're going to write a letter, you're going to show up, you're going to testify about the character to her in court in front of everybody. So, okay, great, they don't know it at first, but let's be real. Mary Kate and Ashley damn sure don't sound like Boonquisha Johnson. Shut the fuck up, stop
All
it.
of our names are not like that. I'm sorry, y'all mama did y'all wrong with y'all names, but all of our names are not like that. That's
I was going to say,
what?
Okay, can we reel this back into the case at hand? This is about
Yeah, 'cause
friends
I
without
was making a point. I was making
Lala.
a point.
Hello.
I was trying to make a point that how can Lala turn her back on a friend that needs her in the time of need? Because none of us, not even Lala, know the facts. I can feel that it's wrong, but I'm still going to wait till I hear all the facts to cut off a friendship with somebody that I call a
did we
friend.
not have a conversation about yes men? If she feel like her friend was wrong, do she not have the right to say, I fuck with you, but this right here, I'm telling you, I can't be a part of this. I wish you well, but this was wrong. I can't support this. How is she still not a friend at that point?
Because she doesn't know the facts to know if it's wrong. That's the point that I'm making. Bella, why are you sitting up here and acting like you know the facts of the case? You don't. You know,
Drop.
Wait, just real quick. What I do know is that they have enough evidence to not dismiss the charges. Even Lala had enough sense to say, "Oh, they must believe that the shit that they charging her with, if something's gonna stick, I can't support this."
That's
The
not true,
hollow
Bella.
tips was put in
See,
his
that's
back.
not how it
I
goes.
ain't supporting that.
That's not how it
But
goes.
Bella,
That's not
that's
how
the
it goes,
thing though.
Bella.
We not
They
gonna act
looking to
like
take down another black person. They don't
no.
care
Hold
about
on,
black people.
drop.
One black person could be in the grave and they gonna take the other one down. Do you know how many
Lala
innocent black
said
people
he got
go to
popped in the
prison?
back. I'm not supporting that. Case
But
dismissed.
Bella, we
Do you
can't
know how
even
many
say that.
innocent
Hold
black
on,
people go
because
to
That's it.
prison?
remember when
Just
this
because
first
you're
came out?
charged don't mean that you're not innocent. There are innocent black people getting released every day in this
Admitted to
country.
it though.
When
So just
have
because you go all the way to
somebody getting
sentencing
popped
don't
in the
mean you're
back
not
is
innocent.
innocent? Popping somebody in the back is innocent?
I said just because you go all the way to sentence, I don't know. I don't know the evidence.
Ain't this some
I don't know all the
Admitted to being guilty. What are we doing here?
drop, please. Please. So okay, so one fact, real quick. Everybody hear me clearly. There's one fact that we can attest to. She had time to think. They do not live across the street from one another where she got the call and she just went running out the house next door. She had time to think. That is a fact. And that is
Well,
going to
Bella,
be
we are. Well, Bella, I'ma
that
say
is
this.
a fact.
Now,
She
Bella, I'ma
had
say
time.
this. At the end,
She had time.
but Bella, we
She
are
had
not a
time.
psychologist,
She
right?
had
We
time
do
to
not know
think.
the mindset that
She
she was
had
in.
time
She
to
might have
think,
been in
Candy.
distress. She
Period.
might have been so
She had
mad.
time.
She could have
That's
been
it.
enraged, and that could have
She
been the
Okay,
end
had
Candy.
of
time
all.
to think.
We can't say that,
Candy, let me
Bella.
No,
give you the
We
benefit of the
cannot.
doubt.
no.
Okay, Bella, give me a second. But Candy, let me give you the benefit of the doubt, right? Let's say that that's the fact. That in that moment, she was so mad, she was so enraged, she just and she did it. Cool, no problem. She was she wasn't in the right state of mind, right? Cool. So after 5 days sitting in there eating bologna sandwiches, not showering, and handing out your coochie for a honey bun, you came to the app and was like, "See, if y'all fuck, you had time to calm down since then,
Right.
and you
So
still on this bitch telling us that if we fuck around, we gonna find out."
then
So no.
again,
But
right?
again, hold on, let me finish. And on
Go
top
ahead.
of the fact, moving on past that, because we got to go back to Lala. If y'all remember when this shit first popped off, Lala was on a world tour and everybody panel, including Brave, saying, "No, she told me what really happened on the back end. She really was trying to protect her daughter, and y'all would do it too. And I know the whole story. She's not going to tell your app the whole story." And she was on this whole world tour about how that's her friend, right? Now when she called you a bitch, now all of a sudden it senses act of violence. No, bitch, you a fake ass bitch.
Well, Jen, then again, right? You could be correct about that part, right? Saying that, like, okay, she was enraged, she drove out there, did what she had to do, and then come on the app and popping off to y'all, right? Including myself. I mean, listen, I don't know because
Okay, so let me help y'all out with something real quick. So let me help y'all for those who've seen this movie, Boys in the Hood. Let's take it back to that scene. So Candy, you got one more time.